Hello and half a day everyone, and welcome back to Cooking in Pink Boots. Hey guys, today we're making Tamales Gisu. Tamales Gisu, another one of Guam's local favorites, and it's most likely to be found at our island party, wrapped in either banana leaf or aluminum foil. Either way, it'll be delicious. As you can see, there are two sides to tamales gisu. Now the red side is usually made using masa harina or corn flour, and traditionally is the more spicier side, getting its red or sometimes orange color from the annatto seeds or powder, also known as achoti. And the white side, which traditionally would of course be the mild side. Now that's made using cream of rice, and although we do not add annatto, also known as achoti, or make it spicy, it'll still be just as flavorful and delicious. And just like all tamales, well, all that I know of at least, tamales gisu is finished off by being steamed to perfection. Now, let's get started, shall we? Now, starting with the red side, adding a couple tablespoons of oil and a few pieces of pork belly, cooking until golden and crispy. Then removing my pork belly, and in all that rendered fat, I'm going to drop in 3 salt and pepper seasoned small sized chicken quarter legs, just to brown on both sides, cooking for about 2 minutes on each side. Then removing that onto a separate plate and adding to the pot 1 large size chopped onion and cooking until slightly tender before dropping in 5 cloves of chopped garlic. Then after about another minute of cooking, I'm going to bring back in my brown chicken along with all of its juices. Then I'm going to add in 5.5 cups of water and 3 cubes of chicken bouillon. Then placing over the lid and allowing time for my chicken to fully cook before removing it to cool down for deboning and chopping. And guys, this process can be avoided, making life easier by using boneless chicken, but I'm all about flavor, and if you are too, well, yeah, you don't want to skip this step. And now for our red hot Thai chili peppers. And I have 5 chopped peppers going in, but of course it's all about your preference to spice. All right, now I'm replacing the 1 cup of water lost through evaporation while boiling my chicken. Now here it is, the star of the show, and what gives the red side its distinct taste, adding that subtle earthy flavor, annatto or achoti. It's a much used ingredient on our island of Guam, and they have it in a seed or powder form, and today I'm going to be using 2 packs of the powder form. Adding about 3 to 4 tablespoons of water once I get it nice and smooth, adding it to the pot with all the other seasonings such as salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. All right, now just mixing that in, and of course I'm adding in green onions. And here I chopped about 3 green onions here, but again, totally up to you. Now whisking in 3 cups of masa or corn flour, and it varies on the amount because we're never too sure how much liquid evaporated from the pot while the chicken was boiling. So just be sure to look for a consistency that is thick, creamy, and velvety smooth. All right, now you can add in all that chopped crispy pork belly and your chopped chicken, and once it's well combined, set it to the side where it'll cool and thicken just a little bit more. And now for the white side, which is basically the same steps as the red side, just minus the annatto powder and the peppers. Adding in a few tablespoons of oil, then crisping up a few strips of pork belly, then removing the pork belly and adding in your seasoned chicken quarter legs or thighs. Well, really, you can use whatever part of the chicken you prefer. And the same routine, removing the chicken and sauteing the onions and garlic and returning the chicken back to the along with 5 cups of water, then allowing it to boil till cooked all the way through. And again, removing the chicken to cool, to debone and chop, and adding in 3 to 4 cubes of chicken bouillon. You can add more or less, it's totally up to you. It's all by taste, your taste. So again, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, again to taste. Now in goes a box of cream of rice. Now to be on the safe side, I usually have another box sitting unopened on the side just in case it's not enough to thicken up to the consistency that I need, which is also a thick, smooth, and creamy consistency, all right? But as you can see, it came out perfect using just one box. By the way, this is a very hot soup, so take precaution. I use a lid just, as a shield. All right, now adding in some green onions along with my chopped chicken. You can put back that pork belly if you want to, but I'm about to show you why I'm not adding it back in. All right, and here we go. Our red and white side had slightly cooled and thickened, and it's time to put it together. And I'm going to start off by showing you how to put it together using the aluminum foil first. Here I have an 8x11 sheet of foil, and I'm scooping in the white side and then the red side. And here is why I did not add back in that pork belly. I'm adding a piece of raw bacon on top of the white side instead. And you can totally go with the chopped pork belly if you prefer, but the rendered fat while being steamed adds an amazing flavor to the cream of rice. Now placing both sides of the foil together and rolling it down to seal, likewise on the end. And there we go. Just repeat the steps for the next 40 pieces. Now moving on to the banana leaves. And guys, I like the flavor the banana leaf adds, like a subtle sweetness with a grassy aroma. But I know others who prefer to do without that additional flavor. Here I have a pack of banana leaves that I had bought frozen at my local Asian market, and now it's completely thawed and workable. And I'm just trimming off this hard edge, making it even more pliable. Then cutting out as many 10 by 10 sheets as I can make. And I'm going to prepare my boiling water bath for my banana leaves to take a 1-minute dip. Just for sterilizing purposes. We don't want to keep it in there too long because we want the flavor that's going to be extracted from the removal of the wax from the banana leaf to come out and onto our tamales gisu. All right, after dabbing it dry with a paper towel, it's time to fill. And now I have a few strips of banana leaves here to tie, and you really don't need it, but it does make it look prettier. And the same routine, a scoop of the white and then a scoop of the red. If you noticed, I forgot to place the piece of bacon on top. Yes, there is some poor soul at the party looking for their piece of bacon. My bad. Anyways, after placing the bacon on top, fold over one side, covering the entire filling. Then the two ends and then the other side. And again, you can leave it just like this or tie both ends with the strips. And finally, it's time to load up that pot for steaming. Adding a few inches of water and steaming for about 45 to 55 minutes on medium high, or till the bacon is completely cooked. And be sure to allow a lot of time for it to cool completely so it'll set and won't be loose and runny. And guys, once you reach this step, then it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because this is so well worth the work put in. It is delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, and Gisu is Maasi.